So my best friend Claudia is about to have a baby, and that means I am about to have a baby because it is my first friend that's ever going to have one, and I'm so excited for this. But they have a very small powder room in their condo. It's really awkwardly shaped in size, like it's too big to be a powder room, but it's too small to be a full-size bathroom. And they gave me the challenge of $1,000 on budget to completely transform it. So we're gonna give you the full breakdown of how we were able to do it using IKEA products. And don't get it twisted. IKEA has some absolutely fantastic products, especially their new bathroom range that came out. It looks so high end that if I didn't tell you if it was IKEA, you probably wouldn't have known. This is my beautiful friend Claudia. If you have not seen her before, she is clearly pregnant. She is going to be bursting any day soon, or probably by the time this video is out, we will have our very own baby. This is also my first baby that I'm very excited about, and it will be my baby. Charlie, I hope you're not watching this. But the reason why I am here with my beautiful friend is she has this really awkward bathroom.
Yes.
It's not like big enough to have a shower in, and it's like small. It's like such an awkward shape size. It really didn't utilize any storage, and we needed a lot more room because clearly we have a baby on the way. So we needed so many diapers.
So many.
So many diapers. Do
and
you have all the
activities?
All the activities in the bathroom.
All the changing of the diapers. So many diapers. I think we have like 2 storage units now. Not full of diapers, but for the diapers.
But we're prepared for all of the accidents that are going to come now because we did a little transformation. She's been so great because she's been gone for the last little while and she's come back now, and we flipped your bathroom. Charlie helped, was a great help. So shout out to Charlie. He also instigated all of this without telling you anything. So we're going to do a little reveal today for your new bathroom. And I'm really excited to share with you exactly what we did and why we did it. And before we even get into there, Claudia is a sad beige mom. She's going to be a sad beige mom. Maybe not sad beige. She's going to be like a happy beige because she's happy all the time. But her baby stuff is all beige and neutrals and whites and creams.
Yes.
Which to me sounds like a nightmare because babies are messy. But that's for you to deal with when you do your laundry.
Aesthetics over everything. Always. I don't care. I'm not doing the laundry.
So tell me, before I show you, I want you to tell me what you think it's going to look like and what we did to it.
Knowing the space and how poorly it was used. Because I think it was all the builder grade pieces, correct?
Yes.
Still?
It was literally like a $20 vanity that we had it there.
It's wonderful. I think you probably kept it neutral because I know you and you know me. And if you use color, I will lose it. And you don't want to do that to me while I'm pregnant. So probably no color. I'm going to assume you brought in a lot of warmth, whether that's through the wood or through some of the accessories.
Okay.
Probably added more storage.
Okay.
And I have matte black throughout the house, so probably brought that in.
Okay.
But I'm going to say you kept it neutral.
Okay.
Not to scare me.
Not to scare you. Don't worry, I would never do that. We don't want like the baby coming out now instead of next week.
You've never done that. You've done that many times.
I don't scare you that often, do I?
Just by existing.
Wow. You heard it here, folks. Apparently it's a daily jump scare. Get a text message, you see my face pop up.
I know.
And on that note, let's show the world this beautiful, kind gesture to my best friend that I apparently scare daily. Sorry to interrupt this video, but we have a special message from our sponsor today, Skillshare. Skillshare is one of the largest online learning communities that is perfect for creatives if you want to learn something new. You can literally learn anything on there, from photography, SketchUp, interiors, decor, baking. Everything you need to know is all housed in one platform. When you first sign up, it's going to give you prompts and ask you what specific interest you have. You can choose a number of different things, and it's going to gear the amount of videos it shows you of what is going to be best for you to learn from. Architecture and interior design is obviously my specialty, and I am a forever student. I am always wanting to learn more, and I'm one of those people that has a hard time of letting other people do it for me, so I had to learn it myself. I've always been a very visual person, and one of the things that I've wanted to improve on is 3D skills. I wanted to be able to offer that service for my clients that I do design work for, and this was the perfect opportunity to increase my skills and learn how to do SketchUp so I can make sure that I offer it for my clients. Skillshare offers in-depth classes to learn everything about the program, whether it be drawing interior or exterior walls, walls, putting in details like windows and doors, even importing materials to creating a rendering that's realistic for your clients. I'm grateful for these classes because it allowed me to learn so many additional skills that I've been wanting to learn for a while, but honestly didn't have the time. They break down these classes into really quick lessons to learn exactly what you need and cut through to understand all the details to make it work. The class is broken down into lessons that will give you a step-by-step guide on exactly how to use everything you need to know within the program so you can finish the renderings and create those realistic 3D looks. This is one of the projects I've been working on for a client and I'm so excited to share it with you. We really wanted to create this atmospheric but really intentional space for this den that is a double-tiered sofa and is almost designed like a salon. But what's really unique about it is we wanted to create a really custom look for the lighting and the materials that were put in. We color drenched the entire space in this red velvet, including the sofa itself. And we wanted this almost ethereal-like look for the ceiling. So we created this custom light that's going to pan around the entire look itself. I'm so excited to share this with the client, but please, you gotta let me know what you think. The first 500 people to click the link in the description box below will get a free trial for 1 month to Skillshare. So get started today. 3, 2, 1.
Stop it. So it's not beige. That's clear.
When you said probably what neutrals, I was like, well, earth tones are neutral, okay? We need to have a little bit of color for this baby.
No, I love it. I think this is where color would be brought in, is into the powder room.
Fantastic.
Oh my God. I love it so much. It's grayish.
It's great. Just with the... We're just going to make a word. We're going to call it...
Greige.
Greenge?
Greenge.
I think that's bad. No, is that close enough? Greenge.
I love
Greenge.
it. Oh my! And you brought it all the way up to the ceiling.
Yes.
I
So we did the
never
full
done that.
color drench.
Okay.
We even added in another light because it was already really dark in here, and I knew she was gonna be like, it's too dark. So
It's true. I would have.
extra light in here.
Okay.
And what's fantastic about both of these units from IKEA is you now have an abundance of additional storage. Because I know before we just had a single cabinet. We have 2 drawer pull-out systems.
Okay.
With organizers in them. Everyone's dream, yours and I's. And then we have all adjustable shelves on the inside of the cabinet here as well.
Okay.
So we can have all the overflow of baby storage in here and everything hidden away while still looking really chic and nice.
I love that. I love the minimal aesthetic. That's my vibe. The baby is not taking over any part of our place.
We want everything hidden. Storage, baby stuff. We don't want it to look like anyone's living here.
I don't want it to look like I have a baby. No, I'm kidding. I didn't say that. Let's cut that back. JK, super pumped for this baby. And my life about to change dramatically. I'm sweating and crying. It's for all extra diaper storage underneath.
The overflow for the hundreds of diapers.
No, this is really beautiful. And I actually love that you brought in the green in the towels too.
Can't go wrong. You need that little bit of color in your life.
Do I?
Do I? Yes.
I
This is your
thought you were
only
gonna
bit of
keep
color.
it neutral, as in like beige, or kept it white. But I appreciate that you brought color in and brought it up to the ceiling. Because I think that's what made it just a little more
But
chic.
extra little bit of fun.
Yeah, I love it. What if I if my water broke right now?
It's turning into a vlog and then we're following you to the hospital.
Claudia's birthing story, brought to you by IKEA.
Right on my way to the hospital.
So with a baby along the way, they wanted to really utilize as much possible space as they could for storage because we all know babies need a lot of diapers. They also need a lot of clothes. You're cleaning all the time. You need a place to store this. So I figured this was the perfect opportunity to really utilize all that extra space that is left unused in this powder room to dedicate it towards baby storage and overflow for anything else. I'm also gonna give you the full cost breakdown so you know exactly where it's coming from and the names to everything. So if you're looking to do a quick renovation like this, you know exactly what to get. The first item on the list is the vanity. This was $519 from IKEA. A little bit more expensive, but you want a decent quality vanity if you want it to actually last in your space. So instead of having the regular vanity that went to the floor, I wanted to have a floating one to really make the space feel a little bit larger because I didn't want to take up too much of a footprint visually on the floor. What's really great about these IKEA vanities is they come in a multitude of colors. You can get the solid color, but with this new collection, you can get them in a walnut or a white oak. And the really cool feature about them is the color actually continues through the internal parts of the vanity, so it feels so much more high-end instead of having that white particle board inside. The big challenge with IKEA vanities is that they require a different set of plumbing than most condo standards are. So please keep that in mind because this was something I wasn't even aware of until we actually did the install itself. The plumbing for these units needs to be closer to the wall because it's a drawer versus a cabinet. I want to utilize all that additional space so you could have the drawers instead of a cabinet because like I always say, drawers give you so much extra room to hide everything away. What's great about these vanities is it does come with the system that's needed, but you are going to require a plumber to actually install this properly so you can reroute the plumbing from the wall so it's more standardized and closer to the drywall. Next on the list is the tall cabinet from the exact same collection. This was $349. This is another win in terms of spending and the amount of space you're going to get inside. Because there was literally no other storage besides the small vanity that they had before, I wanted a dedicated space for diapers, toiletries, any overflow from their other bathroom as well, because if we're being honest, if you're living in a condo and there's 2 people, you usually want to be able to have 2 bathrooms for him and her, so at least you're not in the way when you're preparing yourself in the morning. This cabinet is fantastic because it allows you to have all that additional vertical storage with all adjustable shelves. So no matter what you need to be putting in there, it has the capability to hide it away. Another great thing about the cabinet is because it's from the same collection as the vanity, you get the same veneered wood finish outside and inside. Next on the list is pretty affordable. This will transform any space, but it is paint, and the cost of the 1 gallon was $80. I painted it myself, so that's why we're saving a little bit money. You could get someone to paint it. I'm not sure what the charging for that would be, but we wanted to save the cost on this and keep it down, so I did it for them. So the paint we use is from Benjamin Moore. This color is called Lush. The reason I chose it because it has more of that neutral olive palette to it, but what's really nice is that because we color drenched the full room, it's not super overpowering and it's not too dark either. I did want to have at least one form of color in this entire space because God willing, we need at least a little bit of color for this child. I do not want them to be sad and beige their entire life. I know that all she's going to dress her in is in beiges and white. So I want to have at least a color that would coordinate. So it has that really nice warm undertone to it that works well with beige and all of the whites that they're gonna have in the rest of the space. Dad also gets to choose some stuff, so like, come on.
Is that how this is gonna work now? You're just gonna order me around all the time?
Pretty much.
All right.
Next on the list is the faucet. This is the Delta Trinsic from a hardware store. It is $150. It is fantastic. If you are ever looking for any plumbing fixture, I always recommend going with a gooseneck. It is the simplest of forms, and honestly, it works with every interior design style. We are slowly transitioning away from matte black, but this is one of the major had tos from Claudia and Charlie. They were like, we have matte black everywhere else. We need it to also be matte black. If you want to really swap it out, I think a brass would have really highlighted the green a little bit more, but the black still works really well. Whenever you are looking for any plumbing fixture, regardless of the brand, the one key takeaway I can always tell people and recommend is look at the internal components. Make sure the internal components of any plumbing fixture is brass and not plastic. This is really going to extend the longevity of these plumbing fixtures because you are honestly using them every single day. Towels technically aren't really on the list, but we wanted to add a little bit to it. What's great is that these are also from IKEA. These were $45. They have a nice waffle knit to them, and coincidentally, they almost exactly match the same Benjamin Moore Lush color that we chose for the walls. So they just blend into the environment and they're not super impactful, but they give a little bit of extra texture to the space as well. For the light, we added a new one on the ceiling. We wanted some extra light in there because if we're being honest, we are color drenching it. And if you are using a more saturated color, it can come off super dark. So I wanted to make sure this space not only felt ambient in terms of the lighting that it had, but also if you're going into those cabinets and you only have the vanity light, it's going to appear a little bit darker. This way we can have it fully lit in the space and it works exactly how you need it to, and you're not digging in and pulling out your phone flashlight to see what's in the cabinet. cabinets. These lights are from Amazon. They were $100. You can probably find something even cheaper, but we wanted to have that globe with the frosted glass so the light bulb isn't exposed, so it gives a nice glow instead of a harsh glare. We swapped out the outlets and switches. As I always recommend, this is one of those finer details that always makes an impact because it's something you are interacting with every single day. These were a matte black finish from Amazon. They were only $40. You can find them even cheaper if you wanted a gloss finish, but I wanted that same matte black to be consistent throughout the entire space. So this is the grand total of $1,283. For my American friends, this goes well below the $1,000 mark, and it is the perfect opportunity to really revamp your space. You don't have to choose all of these selections. You can really keep it budget friendly, but IKEA has always been my go-to if you want a quick flip of a space that still looks really good and feels high-end. I have been so impressed with IKEA lately, especially with these cabinets because they look so much more expensive than they are. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Mr. Phoenix Gray for all my daily tips and tricks. And if you're ever second guessing yourself, just ask. And if you're ever second guessing yourself, just ask.
What would Design Daddy do?
Boom.
Sure.